Hello class, Adriana here. So this is the last video and I wanted to talk about traveling. Knowing right now the current times really can't travel or you can, but it's more so difficult and not recommended. So um, talking about traveling for me in the past and what to expect out of traveling. So for one, you have to think, well, if I want to travel, where do I want to travel to? It could be somewhere short distance, it could be somewhere um, miles and miles away, somewhere you've been really wanting to go and visit, something on your bucket list. I would say, I traveled somewhat, and where I think I can give some few tips and some inside pointers. So I would say if you're just starting to travel, for some those that haven't traveled and they're unsure of what to do, I would recommend that you travel local. Travel local first. Maybe if you haven't been to San Diego, it's a 2 hour drive. Could be a little less depending on how you drive. And head out to San Diego for a day. And just, walk around, get the feel. But before, you got to check for weather-wise. What time of year are you going to, discover things around? And if you do go in a time where it's cold, I wouldn't recommend it for San Diego because then it starts to rain, just really, really cold down there. More in the summertime, but then you have an immense amount of people going and traveling during summer. Somewhere in between, maybe if you can on the weekend, on a Saturday, on a Sunday, hey, get up early, drive down there, and visit San Diego. If you want to go a little bit beyond, maybe a couple hours away or beyond California, and if you want something more relaxed and more something just to give you a peace of mind at times, then I would check out Oregon. Oregon is a beautiful place to go. Uh, if you love trees, definitely Oregon. You rent a cabin by the lake, you'll be enjoying your maximum time there. Probably don't even want to come back, but that's something to look forward to if you work a lot too, traveling. Another place would be Washington. Washington, also I've been there, and I have family up there, and you find some really good places and lots, of nature around, and also, you have like your Seattle and cities, major cities. It's just kind of like here downtown. If you want to extend that even more, where you want something active and upbeat, I would say Canada. So as soon as you get close to the Canada border from Washington, you can just cross over in your car and you're in Canada. I would recommend that you would go to Victoria because Victoria, it's just a beautiful place to go. If you're looking to sightsee and discover a different country and you up north, well, you have Canada, Canada would be a place to go. I would recommend to go during the summer because it's a beautiful place to go. In the summer, you can enjoy it more than more the fall or winter because, again, the weather. If you do plan to fly out there, just make sure to be prepared. You gotta have what are you gonna how long are you gonna stay for? What are you gonna take with the again time of season? If you're going in summer, for example, you make sure to take, your shorts or shirts, pack lightly because you may want to bring back more home than taking. So I would pack light because you will have plenty of souvenirs if you're like me, where you like to just go ahead and purchase sweater, a shirt. And guess what? Your luggage is now full, then you have to buy another luggage, which is going to cost you about $40 more. And that is something you already spent on this vacation where you don't want to do. So, yeah, pack light. Also, even though it's summer, don't expect it to be completely hot everywhere. So take a sweater, prepare yourself for any other weather. If it's hot outside, you're going to have AC indoors in a building or wherever you go. So still prepare and bring in that sweater. Another place is also, if you want to go way down south, is Hawaii. Hawaii, God, I can't talk about Hawaii enough because I've been there 3 times already in my lifetime. and it's just an amazing place. And that's, if you would ask me, where would I go for a vacation? Definitely Hawaii. Waikiki is the busiest spot. It's a touristy spot. So if you like that, you want to see what's going on, you want to luau, you want to catch the fireworks every Friday in front of the Hilton. If you want to see the whole island, you want to see some baby turtles, head up north, North Shore. You are definitely going to find some cute little turtles hatching there. And I would recommend to go during the summer, even though it's a peak season. I have gone around July, August. Later than that is where you come with the weather not being so great. So, like hurricanes passing through, and at that point, weather is changing. So, that's what happens. But also in December, I have yet to go, but I've heard it's really, really beautiful to go to in December. It's nice, humid, climate-y, tropical weather. So if not in the summer, in December, but remember still take that sweater and pack lightly. So those things there are going to be for you to understand. But that's a little bit further distance. But if, like I said, local, start off small with San Diego. You start off Ventura. You start a little further, Santa Barbara, Solvang. Um, um, Take a little road trip on the 101. Actually, the one. If you really don't mind the curves and people tailing you, they really drive pretty fast on the one. If you can handle taking the one way up without getting car sick, I would recommend it. This is for you. I've tried it and I love it, and that's the way I'm going to be traveling when I'm going up north to San Francisco or Monterey Bay. Um, I take the one because I love the scenic route, and it's just a beautiful place to take a moment in time and enjoy. If you like driving, this is for you. You should definitely put that on your bucket list for traveling. Um, and then, when heading up north, there's still more to see. Like I said, San Francisco, reaching there is about 6 hours. So if you get up early, rise and shine, 5 a.m., you'll be there before lunchtime. You'll have lunch out there in San Francisco. What better morning, afternoon would you want to have than be in San Francisco? Fisherman's Wharf, eating your fish and chips. I would recommend that most of you, if not you haven't, step out there in the world. Currently, I know it's difficult, but we will get through this. It is a difficult time, but just set your mind on that goal. Traveling out to um, the nearest place can help you just feel better from overworking, too much school. And plus, another thing is that if you travel and decide to travel when you get older, well, you're going to have to really deal with uh, disabilities, maybe. It's going to be harder to keep up and maintain it. Hey, if you wanted to hike Diamond Head in Hawaii, guess what? As you're too old, you won't be able to do it. And there's no wheelchair access on that Diamond Head. Trust me, I've hiked it last year, and it was uh, pretty slim and narrow, but it's worth it. You get to see a view to die for. It's just a beautiful view. I can put as many pictures on here, but nothing is going to be compared for you and your own eyes to see the natural beauty that this world has. Grand Canyon is another place too, a beautiful place. I love it. I have visited already like 2, 3 times. I started around when I was a young age. So, um, yeah, don't let the moment of discovering this world pass you by, because if you let it pass you by, everything just goes so very fast. Um, I've asked my parents, I've asked other seniors, and they tell me life is just passing you by in a blink of an eye, as you've heard that expression, and it will. So along the way, make some stops. Travel, make some stops, smell those roses because they have a beautiful smell. Check your scenery out, and then continue on your stress days of work and school. But take that moment, make it yours, and enjoy what you can in this world. There's so much to see. We can't see it all, but make your list of what you want to do, where you want to go, with who you want to go, how long you want to go for. Um, yeah, so I would recommend. I travel with my family. I take my family everywhere I go. So I would recommend road trips. Take a plane, take a cruise, take a cruise to Alaska. It's Hey, I was in debt for a whole year, but I paid it off, and it was well worth making those payments. So, yeah, I recommend for everyone out there, even if you can't walk, if you have a wheelchair, if you have some sort of disability, try your best, and you can. There's many things to see here in this world, so you definitely can travel to many places if you really want to. Don't let it pass you by. Thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure. Thank you, Professor.